All right, let's now bring you details that we have managed to get of the strong protest that India has lodged with Pakistan. Maha Siddiqui getting us those details. Sources telling headlines today that Pakistan has been asked to investigate the matter. It's been told in no uncertain terms that this is totally unacceptable and the action actually contravene all international norms. Pakistan has to ensure that this must never recur. So that has been the response from India's side. The strong protest that has been lodged with Pakistan. Salman Bashir, the Pakistani High Commissioner, was earlier summoned by the External Affairs Ministry. Maha Siddiqui is with us on the phone line. Maha, those are the details that you're getting to us of the strong protest that India has lodged. Indian policymakers will have a tough time considering this latest provocation by Pakistan will come as a huge road bump in the normalcy of ties between the two countries, the dialogue that has been on for days together, and diplomatically it is for India to now launch an offensive on Pakistan and to ensure this never happens again.
Absolutely, Ruchika, and that's exactly what India has done, taken this up at the diplomatic level in a very, very strong fashion. A written protest has been lodged, a strong one at that, and Pakistan has been told, as you mentioned over there also, that this is provocative in nature and that such acts must never recur. The other point that India has made is that this is a most repugnant act and that this contravenes all international norms. It's also pointed out to Pakistan that this definitely will not augur well for the ties between the two countries, which India has been struggling to improve over the last couple of years. Ruchika?
Right. Has there been any response from the External Affairs Ministry's side, maybe unofficially, over the sort of cynicism there is as far as issuing demarches and exchanging dossiers is concerned with Pakistan, considering it hasn't yielded any results so far?
Well, that's true, Ruchika. We've submitted, India that is, has submitted 15 dossiers on 26/11, but we've hardly seen Pakistan move ahead on that case in the recent past. Also, Pakistan just raises its hands and says that it's helpless as far as evidence against people like Hafiz Saeed is concerned. Now, this is clearly an act of provocation, which India has put it in that many terms to Pakistan, that its army crosses the LOC and kills 2 Indian Jawans in the most brutal fashion. Now, Ruchika, yesterday itself, perhaps while this incident was happening, India was urging Pakistan to respect the sanctity of the ceasefire and LOC after the Sunday incident. And right when that urge was being made to Pakistan, we saw this incident happening of one of the Jawans also being brutalized. Now, clearly, India has said that this contravenes all international norms. There is some sort of cynicism, Ruchika, as far as talking to Pakistan is concerned, because it almost appears to be falling on deaf ears, but there is no other option than to continue talking and raise issues in the strongest possible fashion at the diplomatic level.
Well, even as there is exasperation, Maha, that's set in as far as exchanging these dossiers and demarches is concerned, that seems to be the only way, at least that's the response that the government has firmed up after due deliberation, a calibrated approach that the government will have to come up with. And as Maha, many strategic analysts too have pointed out, there has to be a calibrated approach. There can't be a knee-jerk reaction of a full-fledged confrontation. But how exactly does India plan to put Pakistan in the dock as far as bringing it to the notice of international community is concerned?
Well, in fact, that is something that India will have to be really careful about, because the whole, analysts, Ruchika, put it in a fashion that Pakistan tries to provoke India so that the K word is once again brought into the international limelight at this point when India has been making efforts to improve relations with Pakistan. So one has to be very careful as to how one takes up this issue. And you rightly pointed out there, a calibrated response. India is being very cautious in no knee-jerk reactions. Remember, after the Sunday firing, which was totally unprovoked, India had asked the DGMOs to talk, and it was not raised at the diplomatic level on India's side. However, Pakistan took it up on the diplomatic level on its side by actually calling the Indian Deputy High Commissioner and lodging a protest with him in Islamabad. But after the incident that we saw yesterday, which was a clear provocation, India has taken it up at the diplomatic level. So at two levels it's been taken up. It remains to be seen whether at the political level also now a very strong message will be sent out to Pakistan that such acts are absolutely unacceptable.
Maha Siddiqui, thank you very much for joining us with the details.